are you? Happy Tuesday. I'm Casey Jones. I know, right? I'm your professor. I'm a real person. So listen, I want to touch base with everybody. I can tell it's week 4 because everyone's starting to get like, "Wah!" And I totally get it. I was like that last week. I had 3 online classes start at once, 3 late start. And last week I thought, what have I done with my life? I was questioning every decision I've ever made. So believe me, I totally get where you're at. And so we are a communication class, so we might as well take advantage of regrouping and talking it through. So let's do this thing. Number 1, it's going to be okay. It is going to be okay. I know it doesn't feel like that maybe right now, because if we were in a 16-week class, we'd be just getting ready to go into midterms. That's where we are. I mean, it's week 4 already. So I get it. And you know what it's like in a 16-week class. You hit midterms and you thought you had it all together, and all of a sudden it's like 52-card pickup. Everything just goes every which way, and things start happening at home, and you've got kids and jobs, and it's all a big mess, right? So I get it. So just take a breath, because it is going to work out. And I want to address this thing with the late work. Okay, why no late work? Because okay, you can see that if you missed 2 weeks of work last week, and then we add that into the 2 weeks of work that are due this week, and the PSA assignment, which is knocking on the door, you're jammed up. So the better plan, from my perspective, is that we come up with a way to overcome whatever time management issues you're having, so it eliminates the problem. Me giving you an extension doesn't necessarily help you. Right? If you're missing deadlines, you're not doing your best work, that's a time management issue on your side. Now, I can definitely help you with that, and I can talk you through lots of strategies. Number 1, get started early, right? You've got to get started early, and when you're looking at those points, if you literally decide that you only have time for a certain number of assignments, well, you got to do that 50-point assignment over the 10-point assignment, right? Basic math makes a difference here, and those assignments really add up. I mean, everything adds up. But if you get in a bind, then you've got to start strategizing your week. But if you start early, you can do it. You can do it, even though I know you're super busy. You might be tired, but you can get it done. But I'm here to help. And there are some people that are they're like this, getting everything done. So maybe we could have a discussion and ask some of our fellow students to help us manage our time better. We have so many resources in class, and I want to make sure that everybody is getting the full advantage of being in a group of people that have so many talents. I mean, all of you are super interesting, so we want to capitalize on that. So you don't have to go through this in a bubble. Okay, just ask for help. I'm here, and everybody's here to help one another. So if we go in it with a team mentality, it's like butter. It gets worked out, okay? So the other thing that I want to talk a little bit about is the PSA plan. Now, almost everybody turned it in, so that is amazing. I haven't looked at them at all, so I'm not judging them. There's no shade. I have no clue what they say, or how good they are, or how thorough they are, or whether you just said, I couldn't do it, and that's what you submitted. I don't know. All right, but this is what I want to offer you. And this doesn't change my policy about late work. Like, you got to be on time, the end, okay, full stop. But for this particular assignment, I will say this: the more you can plan on how you're going to execute your PSA assignment, the better the PSA assignment is. And that's an assignment that is mandatory. If you don't turn that thing in on time and well crafted, then your grade really suffers. I mean, you have to turn it in. It's mandatory. Without it, you can't pass the class. So I really want to make sure that you're on top of that, because it's coming. It's like, I see it. It's coming. All right? It's like that light at the end of the tunnel. That's the PSA assignment. You know what I'm saying? So we want to make sure we have a handle on that while we're juggling everything else. So this is what I want to offer you. First of all, thank you for your hard work, everybody. I know you started to feel the pinch over the weekend because I got a ton of emails about I'm feeling the pinch. And I get it, and I'm on your side 100%. Okay, that's always going to be the case. But this is what I'm willing to offer. I'm going to open the assignment back up. Okay? And I'm going to open it back up until tonight at 11:59. That's Tuesday night, tonight at 11:59. I'm not going to look at any of it. I don't know what any of it says. Nothing, okay? You go back in, and if you need to improve it or work on it or expand it, or now you've had some ideas as soon as you send and you're like, oh no, why didn't I do better? Okay, fine. Go in there and fix it by tonight at 11:59, so at least the score for this assignment can go up. Okay? For those of you that didn't turn it in at all right, I'm going to allow you to turn it in by tonight at 11:59, whatever you can come up with, for 50%. Okay, so I'm going to grade it at half off. I think it's really important not to punish the students that got it done on time. And look, there's no shade. Again, like I said, everybody's reasons for not getting it done are valid equally. Okay, but I don't want to punish them for turning it in on time. And in fact, if you did turn it in on time, I'm going to offer you 5 points of extra credit. And for those of you that didn't turn it in at all, I'm going to allow you to go in and turn it in now for 50%. Okay? So you'll get half credit, but at least you'll get something. That's how important I think the PSA plan is. I do. Because if you were doing any big project, you would start out with a planning session. If you were doing group and team dynamics, you would sit down with your group and you would take an inventory of your skills and of the things you got to look out for. You'd establish how you communicate. You would do all of this. And the better that is, the better the PSA is going to go. So that's what I'm offering. Can you all live with that? I think that will help you. I will give you a break on this because I know it's big and there's a lot going on. But stop sending me all those emails about late work. There's none. Okay? It's not going to happen. You're not going to talk me into it. Okay? It's a no. All right? And for valid reasons. What I'd rather you do is say, I'm missing some deadlines. Can you help me get my act together? And I'll say yes. And then we'll talk it through. All right? Look, I mess stuff up all the time, and I have to regroup constantly. That never goes away. All right? It never goes away. But one thing I have learned is that you got to ask for help. And when you have a teacher you have teachers, and they're willing to help. And like I said, lots of good students in our class that have time management down. And that doesn't take away from you as a student. It just means that maybe you need a little help, like compartmentalizing everything that's going on. Ain't no shame. Ain't no shame in asking for help, okay? So I'm posting this. I'm going to post it in writing as well. This is closed caption, so everybody should be able to understand what's happening. Take advantage of it, and then let me know if you have any questions, okay? Okay, take a deep breath, everybody. Whew, whew. Have some lemonade. It's going to be great. It's going to be fine, okay? We got this. Okay, bye.